Thank you, Chris. I know I'm a bit biased, but what a card on Saturday night. I mean, the fights we've just been through so far, and of course here now, joined for the main event, Dereck Chisora against Joseph Parker. Huge heavyweight clash was due to happen a year or so ago. Now they're finally here in Manchester. Great to be joined, of course, by David Hay and also the training teams for both guys, Buddy McGirt, welcome, and Andy Lee as well. Dave, I'm going to start with you. You've come back from Costa Rica. I saw you were out there for a long, long time. You got Dereck ready. Another big roll of the dice. He continues to jump into all these big fights, and this should be a cracker.
Yeah, no doubt. Dereck wants the biggest fights. He wants to leave a legacy. He wants to go out there and for people for many years to know Dereck Chisora means war. He means destruction. We pushed it to the wire with Usyk last time out. You know, someone who's ranked #1 in the world, you know, contender. And I thought he won the fight. It was a very tight fight, very close fight. The two of the judges had it only by 2 points, 7 rounds to 5. This time round, he's not going to leave it to the judges. There's been no mindset to try to win this fight on points. You know, Joseph Parker, we know, is an excellent boxer, one of the best jabs in the business. Ask Andy Ruiz, ask Carlos Takam how his jab is, and it's a killer. So it's a simple solution. We're not having a boxing match with Joseph Parker. It has to be a fight. I can guarantee a knockout in this fight. There will be a knockout. This is not going the distance. This is about how much Joseph Parker can take. He's got a great chin. He's went 12 rounds with AJ, 12 rounds with Dylan White, who hit him on the button many, many times. Dereck's going to have to do something very, very special on Saturday night. And, you know, he's brought in the big guns, Buddy McGirt, you know, a Hall of Fame trainer. You know, we're adding as whatever we can to give Dereck what's needed to do the impossible. A lot of people are not giving Dereck a shot in this fight. But when you see how Dereck comes across the ring in the first round, I think you'll understand exactly where this fight's going. And it's going in a very, very destructive manner. It's going to be all-out explosion from the first round. And get your popcorn and don't go to the toilet.
When we talked about the Usyk fight, you know, Usyk guy likes to box on the outside. You see Joseph Parker looks like he's coming light for this fight. Is that an obvious game plan? You've got to get on your bike against Dereck Chisora. You don't stand and trade. You don't let him get on your chest. You have to box and move.
Without a doubt, anybody who watches Dereck Chisora will want to keep him on the outside. And because once Dereck's on the inside, ask David Price. I spoke to David Price after the fight, and he said when Dereck was inside, he didn't know where the punches were coming from. He said from the outside, he could see him coming, but inside, when you're inside with those little gloves, a big, you know, heavy, real heavyweight, even short cuffing shots. He's been practicing this stuff inside. The inside game is very, very destructive, and Joseph Parker is going to be in a situation he hasn't been in before. He's fought come-forward fighters in the past, like Carlos Takam and Andy Ruiz Jr., but he's been able to keep them at arm's length. So they wasn't able to mount any type of assault in the inside game. This is where Dereck has to do his work. This is where Dereck has to drag him into the deep end from round 1. You know, it's not 2 or 3 rounds to get into the fight. That's going to be no use against someone as sharp as Joseph Parker. So it's going to have to be brutality from round 1, and I'm excited.
Thanks, Dave. Go to the training teams. Andy, first with you. Your first training camp with Joseph Parker. How's it been? He looks in tremendous shape. Looks nice and light, nice and lean. And excited. You know all about Dereck Chisora. You've seen him fight. You've been there before, live on the nights as well. Should be a great heavyweight battle. Yeah,
I agree. And I agree with what David said. I can only see the fight playing out one way, with Dereck come forward and bring in war, which he has done over numerous fights in the recent years. And I see Joseph boxing a smart fight. And if Joseph can practice, and if Joseph can put into practice what we've been rehearsing in training, then I can see Joseph winning by late stoppage. And as Dereck said, we don't want to leave anything to the judges. The only way to guarantee victory in this game is by getting a knockout. And so as much as they're going for it, we're going to be going for it as well.
Obviously, you know, the clever noise says for Joseph to stay on the outside and box as well, but willing to get in there and mix it up as well. With Dereck Chisora, is that just a no-no?
Well, we might surprise you. We surprised everybody with Tyson Fury against Wilder, and Joseph might do the same. But you'll have to wait and see.
Cheers, Andy. Buddy, welcome to the team. Welcome to the madness of War Chisora camp with David and Del. How's it been? You've enjoyed it working with these guys and You got a guy there full of heart and ready to go on Saturday.
It's been interesting, but it's been great. I have no complaints. I mean, the only complaint I have is that everything was locked down in London. I couldn't go anywhere. But other than that, Dereck and David Hand, the team, made me feel good, made me feel at home, and they welcomed me well, so I really can't complain.
We know you know how to study fights, you know how to watch different styles. Is the analysis that you've heard up here, you know, the way you expect it to plan out? You expect Parker to box and move, and Derek's got to cut the distance and get on the inside?
I expect Parker to do both. See, Andy Lee, you know, he's got an old way of thinking. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to do is try to box, yeah. But they're also going to try to fight us inside when they want to fight us inside. Not when we want to fight inside, when they want to fight inside. You know, they want to dictate it. So that I know. I mean, because, you know, they're not going to try to box all night. I mean, I know a guy like Andy, how he thinks. You know, sometimes you got to try to beat a guy at his own game for a little while. So what we got to do is we just got to get down and dirty. We got to hit him on his thigh. We got to hit him on his knees, his back, anywhere. Oh, we're going to mug you, man. The only thing safe is your balls. Anything else, we're going after everything. We're going for the gusto. I mean, we got to drag it down like that. It's no secret. You know, people say, you know, buddy, you know, are you going to get Dereck to stick and move? I'm like, what, are you crazy? You know what I mean? He's got to be Dereck. You just got to sharpen up, smooth the rough edges, but you got to let him be Dereck. And I know that, you know, they're going to try to box, yeah, but I also know they feel in the later rounds they're going to try to fight him inside a little bit, try to break our man down. So we're prepared for that.
Thank you, buddy. Joe, the back, the head, the arms, the thighs. You ready for everything that comes?
Is that legal? Or?
Well, we'll worry about that later. But
Listen, I'm very prepared for this fight. I've had a great training camp with Andy. We started off in Ireland. Then we moved over to Morecambe. We had great sparring under our belt, great pad work, bag, everything. And I feel like with this fight, physically, mentally, I'm in a great place. Probably the best I've been in a while.
last time out against Junior, a bit of a rugged fight. You've been inactive for a long, long time. You could see the rustiness coming off you. You expect another rugged challenge from Dereck. I mean, he's going to want to do all those things. He's going to want to find a way on the inside. He's going to want to make you fight.
Two totally different styles. You know, Junior Far's style was move and hug, punch every now and then. With Dereck, I think it's no secret. He's going to come forward, apply the pressure, like they say, and throw punches everywhere. So my hands have to be up, down, all around.
When you look at the rankings right now, particularly the WBO, the IBF, you are right there. I mean, victory on Saturday night will put you right on the verge of trying to regain the world heavyweight title and getting a shot. Is that the ambition? I mean, for Dereck, he loves to fight. You know, his world title ambitions might be different to yours as well, but that's the ambition and the thought behind this fight is it's a big profile fight that's going to put you right in line for a shot at the world heavyweight title. I think it's the perfect fight at the right time. We're right there. You know, get a good victory. There's many other fights out there to make, and to position yourself when the titles are, you know, free to fight for. But this is a perfect fight. You know, it's a big card. Not only the main event, the undercard fights as well is very exciting. So I'm looking forward to Saturday. Del Boy, another roll of the dice for you. I thought you were tremendous last time out against Usyk. You didn't stop all night. Interesting, like I was thinking, you know, Joseph Parker trying to position himself for a world title shot. If you win, you'll also do the same. But that's not really the mentality, is it? You just love to fight.
Yeah, you know, I love fighting. Put yourself in the world title shot. It's okay, you know. Dylan White's been on the world title shot for the last 5 years. You know, he hasn't gone anywhere. So I don't want to put myself in those positions. I just want to put myself in positions where I get to fight good fights, basically. And this is right. I mean, I'm fighting Joseph Parker again, and then after that, we'll see what happens.
I think the improvements you've made have been incredible. I remember when David said to me, building up to the Spilker fight, oh, no southpaws, no southpaws. You know, you went in, you destroyed him, and then you fought one of the most skillful southpaws in boxing, and you pushed him all the way. Are you looking more forward to this style? You know, Joseph Parker, he can box, he can fight. He likes to trade it up sometimes as well. You expect a more aggressive fight this time around?
Oh yeah, you know, I expect I'm gonna do what I do best. You know, come forward, fight, chuck hell. You know, do what I do every day. You know, just roll the dice and just rock and roll. You know, and just go at it. You know, come out those gates. You know, just go.
We saw Spider-Man earlier on. There's still a little bit of mystery behind the whole spider bite scenario. You know, it's one of those unique excuses. I know Joseph well, I believe Joseph, but there's always been a little bit of doubt. I remember when I phoned David to tell him, you know, I mean, not sure he thinks I'm always dishonest, but there was a lot of people that were thinking that's an interesting one.
Yeah, you know, the guy had a spider bite. We can't deny it. We don't know if it's true or not, but he had it, and now he's here, so we're not gonna cry over spilled milk. You know, David did a good impression of wearing the Spider-Man suit early on in the morning. So it was okay. Well, you know, the fight's here now, so we're not going to talk about history anymore. That's why it's called history. Well, if you want to see the Spider-Man, David, do you mind putting your outfit back on?
It's underneath here.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Del, finally, great card on Saturday night. Again, you know, you're bringing, as you always do in all your career, particularly as of late, great value for money. Of course, top to bottom on this card as well. Taylor Jonas, Eubanks back, Dimitri Bivol, Campbell Hatton, James Tennyson. It's going to be a great night, and you're gonna put it on the line once again for the fans.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night, man. You know, good things are happening. You know, great card. It's a big card, but we don't have that a little edge on. We don't have the fans. It's just depressing, but what can we say? Pay-per-view it.
And good as well, because last time you were going to fight Joseph Parker, of course, you were put as co-main event on the Taylor Prograis card,
Yes.
and you didn't really appreciate that. So right in your rightful place as main event this time around.
As you say, the king is back.
Long live the king.
Long live the king, I'm back. Yeah, so I'm buzzing, man. Listen, all I'm saying to those fans at home, man, you know, I'm going to bring smoke, and then I know my opponent here is going to bring something, which he's going to be on his bike, but it's okay. You know, he's going to be cycling back to Australia, but it's okay. But it's all good though, man. So we're buzzing, you know, we're exciting, you know. I know right now I'm still having laughing jokes, but you know, when I come tomorrow, you'll know what time it is.
Del Boy, Joseph, thank you. Andy, Buddy, David, thank you so much. Great heavyweight fight. That was the longest press conference ever because Saturday night is stacked. An unbelievable night of boxing from start to finish at the AO Arena in Manchester, live on Sky Sports box office in the UK, DAZN all around the world. Wherever you are, do not miss Saturday night. It's going to be a tremendous night of boxing. And gentlemen, if we could have a group picture here with the gents up the front. Thank you.